Here's 10 facts you might not know about the Bible, and stay tuned afterwards for a little channel update. 1. God wrote the 10 Commandments twice. So is that the 20 Commandments? Or is that the 10 times 2 Commandments? Maybe the 10 Commandments 2.0? Who knows? But anyways, in Exodus 31 and Exodus 34, we see that God wrote the commandments out twice. And an interesting side note, the first tablets were cut by God, and the second tablets, after they were broken by Moses, had to be cut by Moses. If you want to learn more about Moses, check out the Prince of Egypt video that I'll have linked down below. Number 2, Noah's Ark didn't have a rudder or any sails. That ark was to float, not to boat. He had to rely on God for the whole trip. Luckily, all the obstacles were just water under the bridge at that point. You know, get it? Because water covered everything, so the ark couldn't really even hit anything. Okay. Number 3, God's law didn't really include jails. There were fines and punishments, but no real jails. There were cities of refuge where if you accidentally killed somebody, you had to go there for protection from being avenged. But yeah, there was no real jails. And that might have been a better system, honestly. Number 4, Paul took a Nazirite vow. This is a vow from the Old Testament that involves shaving your head, but also involves sacrifices. And this was after the resurrection, mind you. That's a little mind-boggling, so I think that's something that we might have to explore in a later video. Before we get to the next fact that you might not know, I'd love to remind you to please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're interested in learning more about culture from a biblical perspective. Number 5, Jesus didn't celebrate Christmas. I mean, duh. Jesus was actually spotted in the temple at the Feast of Dedication, or as I like to call it, Happy, 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 Happy Hanukkah. And he used Hanukkah, a celebration by his people, as a teachable moment. Number 6, the Bible talks about books that aren't in the Bible. The Bible mentions books like Jasher, the Book of the Covenant, books of the Acts of Solomon, and the Book of the Wars of the Lord. Oh my gosh, I would love to read that one. Unfortunately, most of these books are lost to time. Number 7, Moses probably had a speech impediment. This is super cool because you see Moses do these miracles with the power of God, and then you see these other guys come in and try to imitate these miracles. And magic usually relies on precise incantations, but Moses probably couldn't do those incantations with his stutter. His miracles came from something greater than his own words. Number 8, every tribe of Israel got land except for Levi. Levi was given God himself as an inheritance, and they were supposed to receive 48 cities scattered throughout Israel. They didn't receive full territories, though, and since they mediated for the people, it was almost as if God's presence was dispersed throughout Israel. Number 9, Jesus' transfiguration calls back to Mount Sinai. Jesus' face shone like the sun at the transfiguration, sort of like how Moses' did when coming down from the mountain. And during the transfiguration, a voice came out from a cloud and said, "This is my son, whom I love. Listen to him." This was in the presence of Moses and Elijah, 2 representatives of the law and prophets. This was essentially to show that Jesus is the culmination and the fulfillment of both. And number 10, when Jesus calls himself the Son of Man, he's actually referring to Daniel 7, a divine figure who rides on the clouds, given authority and glory. He's not really referring to his humanity with that title. You can learn more about that in a video that we did a few weeks ago, link below. Alright, that's 10. So, time for a little update. I've been making these videos for about 5 months now, and I really enjoy it, and I really think that we're getting somewhere. And I love the feedback that I get from you guys. Unfortunately, I work a full-time job, as these videos aren't getting Mr. Beast or even Mike Wing reviews. Between work, church obligations, and sleep, it's hard to keep up with everything. Not to mention my favorite thing, my wife and kids. And they have to come first, and I hate to say this, but I've been slipping a little bit on that lately. I miss them, I need to spend more time with them. And it's hard to do these little animated guy videos and keep up with the important things in life. You may be asking, what does that mean for the channel, Ed? And I'm so glad you asked, you cultured king, you. Well, say hi, Lance.
Hello, everyone.
My buddy Lance is joining me on the off weeks between this style of video to do videos where we answer your questions, comment objections to the gospel, and interact with videos that we see and maybe even ones that you send in. From now on, there's going to be a mix of videos sort of like this once or twice a month and these react style videos. This is going to help my sanity while also keeping helpful resources coming out on a regular schedule for you cultured kings. If you want to support the channel, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It helps out a ton. Please leave some questions in the comments or DM me on Instagram. It's Kings Cultural over there. And as always, thanks for watching.